Okay, relative pole method. So first of all, what do you mean by pole? What do you mean by pole? Pole is basically center of rotation. You can say pole of a moving link is the center of its rotation related to a fixed link. So if you look at over here in this 4-bar mechanism, this point A will act as a pole for this link AB. આ જે AB link છે તે શું થશે? This AB link will rotate with respect to point A, or you can say about point A. So you can say this point A is a pole. Simply pole is a center of rotation of a link relative to fixed link. Okay, relative to fixed link, that is called pole. But now what do you mean by relative pole? So when the rotation of the link is considered relative to another moving link, then the pole is known as relative pole. Okay, so what this sentence is saying? So if you observe the motion of this 4-bar mechanism, okay, this link BC, link BC will look like it is rotating about some invisible center. ये जो लिंक BC है वो कोई अननोन सेंटर के अगेंस्ट में रोटेट करती होगी ऐसा लगेगा. So that pole is called relative pole. So rotation of link with respect to another moving link is called relative pole. Just like definition of velocity. Okay, absolute velocity is with respect to ground or fixed link, and relative velocity is with respect to another velocity or another object. Okay, just like that, pole is center of rotation with respect to fixed link. Okay, and relative pole is center of rotation of a link with respect to another moving link, and it can be found by fixing the reference link and observing the motion of other links. That we will see how to get the location of pole. So for example, in slider crank mechanism, the relative pole is the center of rotation of connecting rod. ये जो थर्ड नंबर की लिंक है उसका रोटेशन about with respect to, not about, with respect to this crank rotation or slider position. ये जो लिंक BC है it will look like it is rotating about some imaginary center. So this center of rotation is called relative pole. So that is the definition of relative pole. So now let's look at how to get the location of relative pole. So for that, let's look at procedure to plot pole point in 4-bar mechanism. Okay, we will see two mechanisms, but in this lecture we will concentrate on 4-bar mechanism first. So here we are given two positions of a 4-bar mechanism. First position is A, B1, C1, D, and second position of this mechanism is A, B2, C2, D. Okay, that is the second position. Then theta 1, 2 is the angle between first position and second position of crank or input link, you can say, and phi 1, 2 is the angle between first position and second position of output link. So this is actually two positions are given. So now how to plot the relative pole. Okay. So first of all, join B1, B2 and C1, C2. Draw a line which is joining B1, B2 means first position of point B and second position of point B, and first position of point C and second position of point C. And draw a perpendicular bisector from the line joining B1 B2 and from the line joining C1 C2. ये जो दोनों लाइन है C1 C2 और B1 B2 इनको परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर ड्रॉ करना है and this perpendicular bisector is actually passing through point A and point D. जो फिक्स पॉइंट्स है point A and point D, or you can say the absolute pole for link AB1 is A. Okay, so it is passing from A and D. These perpendicular bisectors are passing from A and D. And at the intersection of these two bisectors, perpendicular bisectors, we get the point P12, which is pole. Okay, the point of intersection of this line is called pole point. Now, pole for which link? This point P12 is actually pole for this link BC. ये जो थर्ड लिंक है B1 C1 है इसका सेंटर ऑफ रोटेशन है मीन्स if you observe the motion of this link B1 C1 it will look like it is rotating about this point P12 while moving from first position to second position. ये जो फर्स्ट पोजीशन है B1 C1 और सेकंड पोजीशन है B2 C2 दिस लिंक नंबर 3 की. So it will look like it is rotating about this point. Now join. Okay, we have achieved the pole. So now to look for the properties of this pole point, first we will join B1 B2 C1 C2 with pole point. ये जो point है initial positions of B C and second position of B and C, we will join it with pole point like this. B1 को join करेंगे, C1 को join करेंगे, and B2 को join करेंगे और C2 को join करेंगे. So let's call the angle between the line joining B2 P12 and C1 P12 is A. This angle we are calling it as angle A. And these angles are represented as angle B and C, and on right hand side this is angle D and E. So observe these angles carefully because it will be helpful in deriving properties. So angle C is actually angle between this bisector and the line joining the second position with pole point. Similarly, this angle B is actually angle between this perpendicular bisector and the line joining first position with pole point. Okay, similarly D and E for C1 and C2. And let's call the angle between first position and second position of this third link or connecting link B1 C1 is beta 12. The pole point P12 of the coupler, okay, keep in mind this pole point is for this third number link or coupler link B1 C1, is its center of rotation with respect to the fixed link for the motion of coupler from B1 C1 to B2 C2. Okay, mean to say this will act as a center for link B1 C1 जब ये लिंक इस पोजीशन B1 C1 पोजीशन से B2 C2 पोजीशन अचीव करेगी तो उसको रोटेट होना पड़ेगा अबाउट दिस सेंटर P12. That is why it is called pole. And each point on link number 3 describes a circular arc with center at the pole point. ये जो लिंक B1 C1 है इसके ऊपर का कोई भी पॉइंट अगर ले लोगे आप so it will make an arc about point P12 to go or to achieve this second position. That is what it's saying. but the main thing to concentrate over here is to how to locate the pole points. Okay, simply you have to connect these initial and final positions and take perpendicular bisectors, so at the intersection you get a pole point. So now let's have a look at the properties of this pole. What are the properties of this pole point P12? The perpendicular bisectors of B1, B2 passes through point A. Okay. This is one important observation is whatever positions you will select, this perpendicular bisector will always pass through this point A, and the perpendicular bisector for this C1, C2 is passing through point D. That is the property for pole point, that this line should always pass through point D. Link number 3, that is link BC, is rotated about pole point P12 from the positions B1 C1 to B2 C2. ये जो सेंटर है वो सिर्फ B1 C1 से B2 C2 पोजीशन अचीव करने के लिए यूज होगा. If we select the third position of this mechanism, then there will be a second pole point. This center of rotation will always keep changing for different positions. अभी जो ये पोजीशन बताई है P12 की वो सिर्फ इसी मैकेनिज्म के लिए, ये फर्स्ट पोजीशन और सेकंड पोजीशन इसी के लिए है. इफ यू चेंज द पोजीशन, सपोज if you consider that second position is over here, B2 is over here, then this location of the and C2 is over here, suppose, then location of this center will change. It may fail over here or over here. So keep that thing also in mind. यहाँ पे जो P12 का लोकेशन दिखाया गया है वो सिर्फ इस फर्स्ट पोजीशन एंड सेकंड पोजीशन अगर यहाँ पे होगी तभी यहाँ पे लोकेट होगा. तो कीप दैट थिंग इन माइंड. Therefore, you can say triangle B1 P12 C1 means this triangle, this red color triangle B1 P12 C1. This triangle is nearly similar to triangle B2 P12 C2 means यहाँ पे जो ग्रीन कलर का ट्राइंगल है और रेड कलर का ट्राइंगल है, दिस इज नियरली इक्वल. That is the another property for this pole point. Therefore, you can say if you concentrate on triangle B1 P12 C1, तो इसमें कौन कौन से एंगल आएंगे. तो एंगल B plus angle C plus angle A means this much angle will be equal to angle A plus D plus E. So what you can observe over here, ये जो लिंक B1 C1 है वो जो एंगल बनाती है एट द पोल पॉइंट, ये जो एंगल है, तो दूसरी पोजीशन में भी जो B2 C2 है वो जो एंगल बनाएगी ये वाली, ये दोनों ही सेम होंगे. दैट इज द प्रॉपर्टी फॉर पोल पॉइंट. Okay, so it means the angle subtended by link B1 C1, okay, ये जो फर्स्ट पोजीशन है B1 C1 at P12 is equal to angle subtended by B2 C2 at P12. मीन्स यहाँ पे जो ग्रीन का एंगल, रेड ट्राइंगल का जो एंगल है, इट इज इक्वल टू angle of this green triangle at 4.312. So you can say if these are equal, so you can see that angle B plus C, ये जो एंगल है एंगल B plus C is equal to angle D plus E. These are same. अगर दूसरी तरह से देखें तो सपोज इफ दिस लिंक B1 C1 is moving to B2 C2, ओके, तो B1 का सेकंड पोजीशन क्या होगा, B2. तो ये जो रेड कलर का लाइन है वो इतना एंगल कवर करेगा तब ये ग्रीन कलर की लाइन पे आएगा. So to coincide these two lines, you have to move this much angle B plus C, angle B plus C. So as it is said, this triangle, red color triangle is rotating about point P12. So जितना एंगल ये साइड पे मूव होगा उतना ही एंगल ये साइड पे भी मूव होगा. This angle and this angle is actually equal. That is what it is said. Angle B plus C is actually equal to angle D plus E. And as the pole point P12 lies on the bisector of B1, B2 and C1, C2, this angle B is equal to angle C. ये obvious है. ये जो पोल पॉइंट है वो कहाँ पे है, दिस परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर पे. Okay, now perpendicular bisector means it is dividing the angles into equal proportions. ये C जितना एंगल है उतना ही एंगल B होगा, मीन्स ये दोनों इक्वल है. दैट इज व्हाट द मीनिंग ऑफ बाइसेक्टर. So B is equal to C and D is equal to E over here also. Therefore, if we substitute this in this equation, then we can get B plus B. Okay, what was here? Angle B plus angle C is equal to angle D plus angle E. But now we know that B is equal to C, so we can substitute over here, and D is equal to E, so we can substitute over here also. So we get angle B angle B is equal to angle D, and angle C is equal to angle E. So if we substitute all of this in first equation, so finally we will get B plus C plus A means this much angle B plus C plus A is equal to A plus D plus C. A plus D plus C means this angle. Now ADC कौन सा एंगल है? Let me clear all these things so you can better understand. ADC means this much angle. If you look at this angle, it is actually angle made by these perpendicular bisectors at pole points. You can see these. Okay, this is perpendicular bisector and this is perpendicular bisector. So this angle is actually angle made by perpendicular bisectors which are passing from D and A at pole point. You can say that. तो इन अदर वर्ड्स अगर इसको थोड़ा अलग तरीके से देखेंगे, इसकी हाईलाइट है. So now observe this. Angle B plus C plus A means कौन सा एंगल? Angle made by this link B1 C1 or this position B1 C1. ये जो लाइन है B1C1 वो जितना एंगल बनाती है B प्लस C प्लस A at pole point is equal to angle A plus D plus C, means angle made by this fixed link at pole point. So this angle over here is actually equal to angle made by fixed this link B1C1. This property we will use in solving examples, or we will use in procedure of plotting these or of synthesizing to 4-bar mechanism with the help of relative pole method. This is one important property that we will use. Keep this thing in mind: angle subtended by this fixed link by perpendicular bisectors, this much angle is actually equal to angle subtended by this link B1C1 at pole point. And one more thing to note, this perpendicular bisector is actually passing at an angle phi 12 by 2, and you can say theta 12 by 2 from first position, or you can say initial position. Or opposite to that, if you say first position or second position will be at an angle theta 12 by 2 and angle phi 12 by 2 from perpendicular bisector. So it means the angle subtended by the coupler, that what I just discussed, the angle subtended by coupler means this link B1C1 is equal to angle subtended by fixed points A and D. Fixed points A and D. So you can say angular displacement of P12C1, ये जो लाइन है P12, ये जो लाइन है B1 C1 P12 is equal to angular displacement of P12 B1, P12 B1. So you can write beta 12 is actually equal to B plus C and D plus E. So these were the properties of pole point. Okay, so let's move ahead and have a look at two position synthesis of 4-bar mechanism with the help of relative pole method. You already know what is two position synthesis. In two position synthesis, we are having two positions of mechanism, and from that we are required to find the length of different links. So as discussed in inversion method, so known quantities will be, in two position synthesis, known quantities will be length of crank, length of this link AB will be known to us. If not given, you have to assume, because many a times in example it is not given. So at that time you have to assume if the problem is of two position synthesis. Another thing known is length of fixed link. ये जो link है, link AB, length of this fixed link will be known. Angle theta means initial angle or angle of first position of input link is known priorly. Okay. For these also, if not given in problem, you have to assume if not given. Theta 1 2, this angle between first and second position of input link. Phi, this angle phi, this angle of this output link, first position of output link will be known. And phi 1 2, this angle between first and second position of output link will be known. And unknown quantities will be length of connecting link. Connecting link means link number 3. Its length will be unknown, and length of output link. This will be also unknown. Okay, so our task in two position synthesis is to find this length of third link and fourth link, or you can say coupler link and output link. So let's have a look at how to solve that kind of problem. So these are the known and unknown things. So first we will plot the fixed link. Okay, so fixed link का लेंथ जो भी दिया गया होगा उसके accordingly we will draw a line which is representing fixed link. Okay, so point A and D will be known. So we have utilized this data, length of fixed link. Then we will draw a line at an angle theta 12 by 2. At an angle theta 12 by 2, we will draw a line of unknown length. Then at an angle phi 12 by 2, we will draw another line. So at the intersection of these two lines, I will get pole point P12. Okay, this is the property of pole point. Okay, it is actually at the intersection of these two bisectors. So initially to start the problem, we are taking these angles theta 12 by 2 and phi 12 by 2 with horizontal direction. And at the intersection of these two, we are getting pole point. So now we have the location of pole point is over here. So our next step is to measure the angle between these two lines. जो भी यहाँ प्रोजेक्शन ड्रॉ किए है, ये कितना एंगल्स बनाता है zeta 12, that we have to measure, or zeta 12 may also be given as theta 12 by 2 minus phi 12 by 2. Mathematically you can observe also this one. Okay, suppose here I am drawing a horizontal line. Okay, so this angle is actually phi 12 by 2, and this angle is theta 12 by 2. So zeta 12 is equal to theta 12 by 2 minus phi 12 by 2. Start. So like this way you can also observe zeta 12, or you can measure also, because it is a graphical method. Okay, so you can measure this angle zeta 12. Now what will be the next step? So for next step, we have to draw a line at an angle theta whose length is equal to length of crank. ये जो crank की length है उतनी length की line draw करेंगे at the angle theta. Okay, so we will get the location of point B. That is, this thing is already known to us, okay, from data. So at an angle theta, we have drawn a line of length is equal to length of crank. Now we will draw a line passing from point B and pole point. ये दोनों पॉइंट में से पास होती हुई एक लाइन ड्रॉ करेंगे. देन From that line at an angle zeta 1 2 जो यहाँ पे मेजर किया है, we'll draw a line whose length is unknown, so we are drawing a line of unknown length. So now we are having point A, point B and point D. Only point left is point D. So what data is left over here? Phi. So we will draw a line at an angle phi. So that line will intersect this projection line at point C. So now we have got this point C. So connect all the points A, B, C, D. So we will complete our mechanism, and by scale you can measure the distance between point B and C. We will get the length of connecting link and measure the distance between point C and D. So we will get length of output link. So this is how two position synthesis problem of 4-bar mechanism is solved by using relative pole method. Okay, so now this is for two position synthesis. So three position synthesis is similar to this. Okay, but before going to this, why we use this kind of process? Okay, so in properties of pole, we observe that the angle, let me use the highlighter first. The angle made by this point A and D at pole point, which is equal to zeta 1 2, is equal to angle made by this coupler link at pole point. So that is why we use this zeta 1 2 like this to locate point C. ये point C को locate करने के लिए हमने यहाँ पे zeta 1 2 का यूज किया. So actually we have used the property of pole point, which is stating that the angle subtended by these fixed points at pole point is equal to angle subtended by coupler link at pole point. So same procedure we can extend to three position synthesis also. So let's have a look at it. Relative pole method for three position synthesis of 4-bar mechanism. Okay. So in this three position synthesis, the known things are length of crank, this length of link number 2, length of fixed link, this is known, theta, angle theta is known, theta 1 2, this theta 1 2, theta 1 3 will be known, phi 1 2, phi 1 3 is known, phi 1 2, phi 1 3 is known, and unknown things are length of connecting link, length of this link 3, length of link number 4, and this output angle phi is unknown. So in three position synthesis we are required to find these three unknown quantities. Known and unknown quantities are same if you use relative pole method or inversion method. This much amount of things you are required to find. And in this problem also, if length of crank is not given in problem, then you have to assume it. Assume it as half of length of fixed link. And if theta is also not given, then also assume. Because these things are required to solve the problem. So if not given, you have to assume. So let's have a look at the procedure. First, length of fixed link is known to us, so we plot AD and at an angle theta 1 2 by 2, we draw a line. Then at angle phi 1 2 by 2, we draw another line that will intersect at pole point P12. We will get point P12 like this. Then we will measure these angles xi 1 2 and at an angle theta we will locate point B. Okay, so at an angle theta we will locate point B. Length of crank will be utilized over here. And same procedure as we followed in two position synthesis, we will first join B and P12, and from that line at an angle zeta 1 2 we will draw another line. Okay. So this much procedure is same as two position synthesis. So now what quantity is left unknown, sorry, unused, theta 13 and phi 13. So we will utilize it. So we will draw a line at theta 13 by 2 at point A, okay, and a line at phi 13 by 2 at point B, okay, and at the intersection of these point, these two lines, we are getting pole point P13. As I said in theory, this center of rotation or pole will be different for third position. Okay, so that is why we are getting P13 over here. So now same procedure as followed previously. Again draw a line passing from first measure the angle between these two lines, zeta 13, and draw a line passing from point B and P13, and from that line at an angle of zeta 13 draw another line. So now you can see this dashed line and this line are intersecting at some point. Okay, that point is known as point C. Okay, so now we are having 4 points A, B, C and D. So simply connect these points, so that will complete our mechanism. Now measure the distance between point B and C, so you will get the length of connecting link between point C and D. You will get point length of output link, and measure this angle, that will give you angle phi or output link angle. So this is how three position synthesis can be used. So this is relative pole method. We are simply utilizing the property of relative pole that we discussed in the beginning of this lecture.